I've just arrived at Terminal 1 and my flight is at 10:40, which leaves me 2 hours and 40 minutes more or less. And let's head to the check-in, which will be hall 2 for me. Bonjour. C'est dans Taiwan via Abu Dhabi?
Asian road trip.
Yeah, a little bit. Because I think also with the delay, I suppose it waits.
I think they'll put you for another flight to Taipei.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Bye. Bonjour.
Yes, welcome.
Yeah, thank you.
Il y a un homme qui descend, chambre en business.
So this is actually my first time flying long-haul business class, and I am really excited to see how this is like. So far it's going very well. But I've only been on short-haul business class flights within Europe, and to be honest, the seats are not different than economy seats. The difference is the service, so you get lounge access, you get the fast track, you get nice food and a good service on board. But let's be honest, most of the time you want business class because of the really nice seats and the comfort. So I am so curious how it will be to sleep, like lying down on a plane, especially since this is the A380 and that's just a humongous plane. Feels a little bit like you're going into the back office. But here's the lounge. It looks quite busy, but I'm not surprised because my flight, like the business class, was almost completely sold out when I checked yesterday. Bonjour. Oui, merci. And this is my seat, 8 kilo in the first row, and due to Etihad's staggered seat system, it is the most secluded seat, whilst noting that it is also the closest to the lounge area. Sitting down, I can just about reach the footrest, and for reference, I am 1.65 m or 5'5" inches. You also have ample storage on the sides of the seat, so you can have easy access to knickknacks or any item you want to have stored close to you. Shades come up and down individually with a blackout option, and you also have enough space to put items such as phones or drinks directly next to you. Each seat comes with a comfortable blanket, a very nice pillow, and a mattress cover, which seemed thin but actually enhanced the comfort greatly when I took a nap. There are also plenty of seat options, such a massage option that felt a bit off, not gonna lie, but also adjustments of firmness, which did work. Next to your seat you have an ambient light and a reading light, as well as more storage that also holds the noise cancelling headphones and a bottle of water. Less than 10 minutes after boarding, I was offered nuts and champagne, which came at the perfect time to cool me down since the pilot could not turn on the AC because a passenger decided to offboard himself. And ground staff had to find his luggage, which could only happen with the engine off, hence no AC during a heat wave, and me thanking the gods that I booked a comfortable seat for this journey. Thanks to this one passenger, may he always have delayed flights, we had to wait a solid 90 minutes until his luggage was located and we were ready to depart, which also meant I was certain to miss my connecting flight. Shortly after takeoff, I made my way to the toilet, which with the black countertop and dimmed lighting definitely looks sleek. It has an illuminating and full body mirror, which I did appreciate, and came with soap and hand cream. After takeoff, we were handed a Wi-Fi voucher with a decent connection for phone use, and I had a look at the amenity kit, which to my surprise came with Laneige products, which I, as Korean beauty geek, loved. The kit itself is designed based on different Etihad destinations. It comes with a sleeping mask, a lip balm, face mask, and hand cream, as well as earplugs and a toothbrush. Definitely a win. Around 30 minutes after departure, I was served my pre-meal drink, the Butterfly Effect. It did not only look Instagrammable, but also tasted really nice. The food is also served extremely nicely with proper tableware and not on a tray, which felt really luxurious. For my meals, I chose the iconic Arabic mezze as a starter, which was delicious and perfectly sized given I had a 3-course meal plus cheese platter ahead of me. Unfortunately, I forgot to film the in-flight menu, so I added a screenshot of an example menu, even though these are not the exact same options I had on my flight. As main course, I took the shrimp biryani, which was also excellent and enough to fill you up properly. Biggest surprise, however, was the dessert. I mean, look at that. I did not expect this when ordering the peach dessert. Honestly, this is Michelin star presentation. After my 3-course meal, I was offered the cheese platter, which did not come in French style before dessert, but I did not mind that. Despite this being a daytime flight, I wanted to make use of the lay flat bed, so I took a comfortable 2-hour nap, reminiscing if I can ever go back to economy class. And then I ordered a juice and nuts upon waking up, realizing my connecting flight was already rebooked to the following day. And since I had to wait until landing to see where I would sleep the night, given staying in Abu Dhabi in mid-July was not on my bucket list, I ordered a steak sandwich and an iced tea. And before I knew it, the sun had set and the cabin crew dimmed the light for landing in the UAE. Good morning from Abu Dhabi. I knew that traveling in the resurfaced Middle Eastern crisis was a slight of a risk with delays. However, it resurfaced so close to my departure that I kind of had no choice but to try to make it and see what happens. Long story short, just when boarding was completed in Paris, a lovely passenger whom I hope will always have delayed flights for the rest of his life decided that he wanted to deboard because he got really upset that there are always delays currently and that it just takes so long. And the poor flight attendant really tried to explain to him that this is due to the Middle Eastern crisis and flights have to take a detour, and the path for this detour is very narrow, it's very congested, and it just means that there will be delays. But he was just not understanding, and I also don't understand why he decided to deboard and not take this flight, because at that moment we were actually in time considering the delay. So we were 1.5 hours late, which we all were notified 6 hours before the original departure. So by that moment in that plane, he must have already known of the delay. What I did not think about, or I guess I never thought about because I never thought about deboarding a plane, is that obviously you have to take the luggage out of the storage in the plane. Guess where his suitcase was? All the way in the end. That meant they had to take out all the suitcases until they finally found his suitcase and then put it back in. Luckily to me, spoiling myself with a business class seat, it meant I got a very nice hotel to stay at in Abu Dhabi, and I've been rebooked to the next flight for the next day. So I have full board, breakfast, lunch and dinner, and I can stay in the room actually until I have to depart because my flight is only at 9 p.m. and I can basically stay in this room until I have to leave. And they also arranged for transport for me. So I think in this regard, they did really well, and I'm staying in a really nice 5-star hotel. Travel plans change, and when things don't go your way, that's just the way it is, and you just have to accept it while you travel. It's an experience, and I always think if it's not in my control, why bother? And this was so far out of my control that I just accepted my fate, right? Probably gonna enjoy the beach a little bit, and then tonight I'll be back on my flight. And about 27 hours after my planned arrival in Taipei, Taiwan, I have finally made it because my connecting flight also had over 3 hours delay. At this point in time, I was just happy to have arrived, and I hope you enjoyed this video and you're gonna tune in for my Taiwan adventures. Thank you so much for watching. Bye bye.